But yeah, man. Continuing on, like I was saying, I mean, I had a few technical difficulties. Camera died on me and everything, but what I was saying was, what I'm telling my people, what I mean, is, stand back and stand by. You know what I mean? Stand ready. I mean, all we gotta do is sit back and let this situation play out the way is they trying to have it play out, because it's not really our fight. We just need to be sitting back, focusing on building us and our internal organizational structure, our internal management structure to handle the resources, to manage the resources of United Black America. We need to be setting up we have thousands of government jobs that need to be filled. You know what I mean? Government career positions that need to be filled. You know what I mean? We got to have everything that a nation would have to manage itself. You know what I mean? We need to have our own State Department. We need to have our own Justice Department, our own Commerce Department, our own education. We ain't going to use education. We're going to use edutainment to edifitain our people, to build our people up through an entertaining type fashion. You know what I mean? We need to have our own, of course, have our own Defense Department, everything else that any other nation would need to have to successfully manage itself effectively. You know what I mean? We need to be filling those positions, you know what I mean, for full-time work, full-time pay type positions, and all these various different departments. You know what I mean? So I don't know who amongst us got skills in areas of like human resources or whatever, like talking about people got skills in areas of web management, web development, all these different areas, man, where you see that it needs to be improved at. You know what I mean? Lend your skills to this effort. This is a collective effort. This is not something that I'm doing by myself. You know what I mean? This is something that we are all supposed to be doing for the collective benefit for us all. Starting with us first, because we black first, you got to help yourself before you help anyone else. So we as United Black America got to get ourselves straight first, but then we're going to help the rest of America, and we're going to help the rest of the countries around the planet. You know what I mean? So I mean, this ain't nothing but us doing what we got to do to take our issues, our pressing and primary issues, off of the back burner and put them on the front burner so that we can deal with them on a regular, consistent basis. You know what I mean? And UnitedBlackAmerica.com is a facility, a governmental facility in development. You know what I mean, for all of us to participate and contribute towards the success of. Because once we have our own Treasury Department up and running, like talking about, how that's gonna be. We gonna have our own currency, our own cryptocurrency or whatever, like talking about, and we utilizing that and circulating that amongst us. You know what I mean? For whatever goods and services that all our black business owners, we have of all our black business owners registered, you know what I mean, paying taxes to United Black America. Yeah, I mean, and we out here utilizing our own currency, circulating amongst us for whatever service, whatever goods or services that we need on a individual level, personal level, or whatever, like talking about. And for things like that we need on a big level, on a national level, like talking about, hey, we don't really have no need for the U.S. dollars, like talking about no more. So we just putting all of those into the United Black American Treasury, you know what I mean, so that we can make bulk purchases, you know what I mean, when necessary. You know what I mean? If for example, you know what I mean, instead of just going out buying like 2 or 3 boxes of cereal, okay, we haven't developed the capacity to make our own cereal for whatever purpose or reason at this point or whatever. So we go ahead and instead of just buying 2 or 3 boxes, we buy 2 or 3 million boxes at a time and distribute them amongst us, utilizing our own currency. You know what I mean, for these purchases, like talking about. But we use the FRNs, the U.S. dollars or whatever, like talking about, to make the bulk purchase, because we put all of those greenbacks or whatever together in a pot called the United Black American Treasury Department. You know what I mean? And you know, until we develop or come up with a more suitable method of governing ourselves, like talking about, then there's nothing wrong with us utilizing the existing structure like they have for United States of America. You know what I mean? But we utilizing it in the name of United Black America. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, it's a lot that could be said on this right here, but I mean, what you all think on this right here, people? You know what I mean? It's a lot of you know, discord and disunity amongst us as a people right now, but I ain't even really blaming my people for it right now. It's really not even your fault 100%. You know what I mean? It's part of their plan to keep us divided and conquered. You know what I mean? But, I say no more divide and conquer. It's time for us to unify and dominate. You know what I mean? No divide and conquer, but we instead about to unify and dominate every industry out here. You know what I mean? I mean, we gotta take over the fashion industry. We gotta take over the entertainment industry or whatever. Like talking whatever it is, industry. We gotta come at. We need to go at it as United Black America, being like a big multinational Fortune 500 type company, and all of us working for it. Like talking about, think about it like that, and all of us got our different parts and positions that we got to play, and that's going towards benefiting us as a whole. Because you think about it, if we all take the money that we've been making, everybody working their own little thing, got their little hustle or whatever, blah blah, whatever you're doing. If we took all the money that we making right now and put it together in one pot and only use that money in that pot to make bulk purchase for us as a collective body, so that we can refine and begin making out and developing our own products and services, as a collective body. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to move on it right there. Anything else, divide and conquer, we had enough of that. It don't work for us. We need to unify. Therefore, we can dominate. You can't dominate as an individual or as even a small team. If we ain't pulling together over 1 million people, you know what I mean, then we ain't really talking about nothing. You know what I mean? That's why I acknowledge and all respect and praise to the honorable minister on that for the United the Million Man March. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? We need to continue in that spirit, not just on once every few years or whatever, like talking about. We need to do a Million Man March like every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 type jump. You know what I mean? Not just to be coming out and just be hearing what people got to say, listening to people what they talking or whatever. No, we need to be having at least 1 million people coming together Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? You sign into your app or whatever, like talking about, check your assignments, get your assignments done for the day. Boom, everybody's separated and broke down into their specific departments, doing their specific tasks on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Everybody getting paid. You know what I mean? And that's how we begin to effectively tackle these problems from a collective perspective. You know what I mean? That's what has to be done. You know what I mean? We can't keep sitting back and waiting for them to do it. Ain't nobody coming to save us from out the sky or whatever, like talking about. We the ones that's coming out the sky, because what I'm doing is telling you, my people, to come up hither, come up here to where I am. You know what I mean? Come up hither. You know what I mean? This is what we talking about. This is the rapture, so to speak. If we ain't trying to get onto no religious terms or whatever, like talking about, but this is what it is right here. Those who understand what your brother Righteous is talking about and agree, my set of them, with your agreements, come with me on this right here, and we will Well, I ain't gotta speak on that right there. You already know how things is prophesied and foretold for things to be anyway. I'm just letting you know this is the day and the time. This is the time. This is what it is right now. You know what I mean? Ain't no point in getting confused. You know what I mean on what's happening. We about clarity. We about confidence. You know what I mean? Security and protection for our people. You know what I mean? So all the things we doing is for the good. You know what I mean? The good, anything that's good for the collective of black people is good for the collective of humanity. So therefore, nobody else need to be worried about or feel threatened about us as black people coming together and doing our thing, bossing up like we supposed to do as a nation. Nobody should have any fear or feel threatened by that or anything like talking about, because this is what's necessary. And once we get our things situated, you know what I mean, then you know how we are. We love and caring people anyway. We ain't gonna try to see nobody hurt and hurt out. Like, long as they ain't trying to harm us, we ain't trying to harm nobody. You know what I mean? You know, so I mean, ain't no need for no other nations to really feel threatened like talking about. But at the same time, we as the United Black Americans, we have a right to exist. You know what I mean? And we have a right to pull our people together so that we can be stronger and more secure, more protected, and more solidified as a collective body, as a unit. You know what I mean? And that's where it's at, man. So www.unitedblackamerica.com, unitedblackamerica.com, America with a K. You know what I mean? Not a C. You know what I mean? But yeah, go check that joint out. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's a work in progress. It's all a living thing right here. So obviously I ain't got all the skills in developing, everything, the websites and all that's like talking about, but it's I'm just the spark to get the ball rolling, like talking about. The rest of it is up to you, my people, to help bring everything else together, like talking about. You know what I mean? And I'm doing my part, lending a hand. You need to do your part and lend a hand. How the saying go? If you wanna go fast, then go alone. If you wanna go far, then go together. Something like that. And then another one say, if everybody just do a small part, no one has to do a whole lot, or something like talking about. You know what I mean? It's basically the power of collective economics. You know what I mean? And speaking of which, yeah, I'm gonna touch back on this in a little bit too, because it's a lot that has to be understood about them susus and everything that's been going around, like talking about. But I'm gonna talk about that on another level, like talking about, because that's a proper thing and it can be done properly, but it has to be a lot more discipline, order, and structure with that right there, like talking about, than what's currently out there, like talking about. I mean, because it's we still dealing with a bunch of selfishness, you know what I mean, as a people, and that's not the way to go. We ain't really gonna get nowhere. We've been trying to do that for all these decades, like talking about, and that ain't really where it's at. You see, that ain't getting us but so far. You know what I mean? We gonna talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, www.unitedblackamerica.com. This your brother Righteous right here, Tubman, the United Black Man Agent, 5719, signing off. Peace.